So it's another video where I just making something flying by the skin of my pants. How's that phrase go? And so there's, I goof in it and I fix it. But it's a Heresy video. It's a build about Heresy that's a different layout. So I'm just trying to make it as efficient as possible. But check it out. It's cool. It's got all the tricks and doohickeys in it to help anybody out that wants to make one for themselves or make something similar, or it's got all the concepts in it that you would need. All right, enjoy my buffoonery. All right, so on the last video I posted, I had a lot of fun making a mistake and fixing it. Tried to cheat, didn't work out, but I fixed it. Had fun making that. So I've got another one today. Dude wants a Heresy model, but a different layout. And in the past, I would say no, because the caps. Here, I'll show you. The caps that I use do not fit. Do not fit well with any other layout. So that's why the standard layout that I have it is the way it is. Was that word soup? I don't know. So, for example, let me get this prepped here. So, for example, in the past, I would have kind of eyeballed it like this, and that's the angle to get that facing towards that facing towards the bridge. But if you do it like that, there's hardly any room. And if you do it like that, it's more than likely, especially with wires connected to this, because that adds some length to it. And you can't really, well, you can squish it out, but then your output is totally messed up. So you've got a limited amount of twist here. And so if you're putting a cap from here, it's going to be a little bit troublesome. But, so that's why I'd normally have this here, and the parallel switch here, and then this guy over here, because then there's no interference, there's no stuff getting in the way of each other. However, this might work, so I don't know if this will work or not, but we're going to try it, and if we screw up, we're going to own it. But so let's see what we can do here. I've got it in my head how this is going to work out, and I'm going to use some other size caps, which they're okay. Caps are fine. Caps are, oh, this always starts arguments with people, but it's really just the value that affects the sound. It has not much to do with who the maker is and yada yada yada. So like, for example, orange drops. Those are great. Those are great, and I love them. They're durable, they're sturdy, but they're no better than anything else. Now, I would use them if they'd fit better, but they don't. They're kind of on the bulky side, so I use those yellow caps. These are straight down. The yellow caps are tubular. These are, they have legs. Anyway, so what I'm thinking, well, let's just go through it. Oh, I have to turn my, unplug things and replug things. Hang on. So what I'm first going to do, so I'm going to hide all this stuff behind here. But first, should I do it first? Well, like I said, I'm flying blind again today. I think in my head it'll work, but in reality, Lord knows. Alright, so I'm going to bury this guy back here, so we're going to do the splits, so to speak. And then roughly angle some things. I might have to clip just to get it to fit in there. See what I mean? But I need it to hide more in the back. As far back as possible, really. Some of this. Aha! Yes! Okay. There we have it. Alright. Alright. I'm going to leave that open because there's other ground stuff that I might want to try to do. Now next, let's connect the volume and the tone. So input to middle. I think the big problem is going to be the treble bleed. Okay. Because this thing's long. I want to try hanging it down. Alright. So that's pretty much done. I got to do output from here and the treble blade. So that's 1, 2, 3 connections. So let's have a look. Alright. See how close that is? That'll be out of the way. I'm thinking running ground from here to here and then also ground to the series switch, little lug like I normally do, and then bouncing that off into the output jack. So that should work, but this guy might want to swivel this around, so I'll give that some wire to swivel around with. Now also treble bleed is going to hang down there. This needs to go to here. That's going to be okay. That's dangling off by itself. That'll be connected to that. Okay, I think this will work. Challenge will be to do the treble bleed. Let's mock this up. So I'm thinking something like hanging down here. That'll work. Alright. Let's do a thing. Alright, so get this, twist up the resistor. Let's do 3 wraps. 1, 2, 3, 3 short. Eesh. And put him there, and then put you here, and then cut that. Okay, that should work. Alright, so that's a bit different. Cool. So that's the new leg. original leg we're cutting off because now we're in series. Good. Then also I'm going to try to straighten him out just a little bit, if possible, without breaking it. Yeah, alright. Just going to have to make do with him off to the side like that. And if I go like this... okay. Then we'll get a little bit of tiny heat shrink. That much. That much. Oh. It's going to burn me. All right. Let's do this. Had an idea yesterday. I wonder if that might even be better. Ooh. Oh, it fits better. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new hack. This is from a wire, stripped, but it's so small, it fits better than heat shrink. Alright, we'll use that. Thank you, sir, you were great. You're no longer needed. Then, like that. Yay! Alright, that works. And it's protected from touching the other lugs down there. Superb. Okay, who can be locked down? Your output, you're undetermined, so... let's do an output connection. Take that care of that so we can lock it down. Lock down the treble bleed. All right. Oh, cool. Clean my tip, wet my tip. All right, let's see what we got. Crap. Well, that's coming off anyway, doesn't matter. All right, cool. Yay, that'll work. All right, so let's cut that off. Then swivel this around because I want this on the other side. Right. Okay, this is working out. Sweet. Ground. I want to keep that, but I want a nice loose bit so in case dude has to move it. So I'll go that there. All right. Make it like that. Okay. Take this guy, swivel him out for now. You as well. Because do this. And same putty trick. Harbor Freight. Modeling clay, I think. Harbor Freight. No, not Harbor Freight. Hobby Lobby. Or any of those kind of stores where you can buy like paper. And that's where I get my cardboard paper for the photos on Reverb. You know those multicolor things I do? That's cardboard from Hobby Lobby. Alright, then this guy's going to, should I go this way? Yeah, I'm going to go that way. That'll give him more flexibility to turn it if he needs to, I think. No real reason to solder that. Beautissimo. Alright. Yeah. Ew, what's up? It's a big ass glob. Okay, so that's under there. That can twist around without any interference. Cool. Ground this little guy. And that should be it for all the things. We'll clean up a little bit. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. It happens. Human, after all. Okay. Now, let's do this guy to here. So that's input here, output to input. So about what? About somewhere in there, roughly. definitely going to solder this one. It's got to fight with two other leads. Yep. Didn't keep my tip wet. Alright, so far this turned out pretty good. Might have to clip the tip. It's got a pretty big end. Yeah, that's too. Tip's too big. Womp womp. Alright. Ooh. Okay. So far this is working out really well. Bloop. Alright. Next, we've got to do the two-way on switch. So if you like quick switching and you're not a fan of blending and you want an occasional series switch to put everything in series, something like this is, you know, what you might want to build or buy. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description for all these little builds I do. This is called Heresy. See how tight that is? It should work for the guy. And in that orientation, that with the angle of the J base, that shoots straight to the neck, straight to the bridge. So and even if those touch, that's okay, because that's ground and that's ground. Doesn't matter. Ground is ground is ground is ground. Right? Right. Okay. Lock this guy down too. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's working out. Well, let me test it first. I might have messed up something I don't see. It looks to be a-okay. Do. Okay, now this part, this is the connection of the bridge hot to the switch, right? So bridge hot's going in here, and it's got two choices, right? Either connect with the neck or connect with here. So it's no different than going directly to this guy. We're gonna make this whole build nice and loose and floppy for this feller to finagle when he needs to around, because I don't know. Should I put a Oh no, I forgot the thing I was going to do. Alright, there's the mistake. Alright, so what do I got to do? Alright, I'm going to plug in there to there. Alright, this is what I forgot to do. So I've got some solid core wire, and also that was a thought from last night. Okay, hang on. Two things going on in my wee brain at the same time. One, I want this to cross. I want the crisscross to add support. Hang on. You'll know what I'm... Alright, when I get to that. And then, this is solid core, so I can poke it straight through there and then run it. Okay. Would I have had to do this from the beginning? Yeah, I would have to run 2 wires anyway. Okay. Alright. This is my first time. Leave me alone. Alright, so I gotta run one more from here. So... Okay. Alright. No, it looks good. I'm tickled pink. Now, I just want these to cross, because I want these low as possible. And that'll do it like that. If I had them going straight, it'd be more for the end user, for the guy to deal with. So that'll make life a little bit easier for him. That's all. Oh, and neck hop will go directly there. I think we've got this. I mean, everything's connected. Nothing seems to be touching where it shouldn't be. Oh. So I don't keep a lot of these. I was just thinking, maybe I should make this an option, but I keep a few of these because I experiment with pedals and preamps and stuff, and so I don't keep like a box load of these around. So it's like not, and I don't want to use ceramic because supposedly those are microphonic. I've never experienced that. That's just what I hear. What do I know? Now. I want it kind of stuffed under there. Oi, move. Right, yeah. Where's the thing? There's the thing. Grab the thing with the thing and pull the thing. There. Locked in place. Voop, 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 voop. Input, boom, boom, tone pot, boom, boom, to ground. Input, boom, boom, output, output swings around, boom. Alright, simple as that. Should work. Test it, and you come back with a yay or a nay. Okay. I totally had a brain fart. Yes, connected that to ground, but it was supposed to go through here first. So. He ain't right now. So let's fix it. I guess I got a little obsessed with the crossing. so they would hold. Anyway, let's see if this isn't long enough, we'll just redo this wire. Easy peasy fix. While we're at it, I wonder if that'll fit on there. No, too thick. Yep, that'll work. That'll go right to it. But I do want to put a bit of something as protection. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. So, I've got a lock. Lock is probably not the right word. Do this guy. There it is. Get this. Now I feel bad. I feel bad I kind of missed that. But, oh well. This part of this is, that mistakes happen. No excuses, right? No excuses. Just so only crossing was needed for that guy just to keep it, and then that's just gonna be how it is. Alright, one more test. It works. Works just as it should. Sounds great. Sounds just like the other one, even with the chiclets. That's slap some knobs on this and send it on its way.